Hi, Sir Lucian. Hello, classmates. I'm here to present my assignment number 2. And I will start with Module 6, which is the medium access protocols. So, MAC is a sublayer of the data link in the OSI reference model, which is responsible for the transmission of data packets to and from the network interface card and from another remotely shared channel. The basic function of medium access control is to provide an addressing mechanism and channel access so that each node available on the network can communicate with other nodes available on the same or other networks. There are different types of multi-access protocol. First is the fixed assignment, and this technique attempts to allocate the channel in a static fashion. Second one is the random access, which is the channel is allotted to the needing station randomly, while the demand assignment, the channel is allotted based on the need of the station contending for the channel. And the fourth one is the mixture of the three strategies. So I will start with fixed assignment techniques. Under fixed assignment, there is FDMA, TDMA, and CDMA. So let me start the comparison between FDM versus TDM. In TDM, time scale is shared, while in FDM, frequency is shared. In time, it uses digital signal and analog signal, while in frequency division, it only uses with analog signal. The example of frequency division is the TV station, like for example, channel 2, channel 5, channel 7. So they have a specific assigned frequency to transmit their signal. In TDM, sync pulse is required in between or in the start of every transmission, while in frequency, there's a guard band in between different band allocation. There's a low or negligible interference in TDM, while in FDM there's a high interference or crosstalk. The circuitry is simpler in time division and it's more complex in frequency division. Utilization is efficiently used in TDM while it is ineffective in FDM. That's why there's a third multiple access fixed assignment, which is the code division. This is also called the spread spectrum multiple access, which allows each station to transmit over the entire frequency spectrum all the time. So it uses the entire frequency and all the time. Multiple simultaneous transmission are separated by using coding theory, and each user is given a unique code sequence. For random access techniques, there are pure aloha, slotted aloha, CSMA, and CSMA/CP. So let me compare first the pure aloha versus slotted aloha. So I'll stick with the frame transmission. In pure aloha, a user can transmit the data frame whenever the station has data to be transmitted. However, in slotted aloha, the user has to wait till the next time slot start to transmit the data frame. The time is continuous in pure aloha and the time is discrete in slotted aloha. This is the probability of successful transmission, and the throughput if G is 1/2 is 18%, while in slotted aloha, if G is equals to 1, it becomes 37%. Let's proceed to carrier sense multiple access CSMA. So this is a network access method used on shared network topologies such as Ethernet to control access to the network. The device attached to the network cable listen or carrier sends before transmitting, and if the channel is in use, devices wait before transmitting. And multiple access indicates that many devices can connect to and share the same network. All devices have equal access to use the network whenever it is clear. That a station that wants to communicate listen first on the media communication and awaits a silence of a preset time, which is called the distributed interframe space. Next is the carrier sense CSMA with collision detection. It is type of protocol for networks that helps to triage transmission and control network traffic. So it's the same thing. The points of origin essentially listen to traffic before transmitting, and device wait for a clear space before signaling. And with this protocol, there's an addition of more defined tools for stopping a transmission as soon as a collision is detected. So the third one is the demand assignment techniques, and under this is the central control or the polling system and the circuit-oriented system. While in distributed control, under is the reservation aloha, round-robin reservation scheme, and first in, first out reservation scheme. Next is the Module 7, which is the IEEE 802 LAN standards. So this IEEE 802 is an Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering standard set that covers the physical and data link layers of the OSI model. It defines the standards and protocol for the WLAN, and MAN, and wireless networks. And this 802 subdivides the data link layers into sub-layers, namely the logical link control and the previous module, which is the media access control layers, which provide protocol multiplexing and a multi-access mechanism respectively. And it's comprised of standard with separate working groups that regulate different communication networks. One of these is the Ethernet or the IEEE 802.3 standard. This is the today's most widely used data communication standard, and it finds major use in LAN applications. It offers a considerable degree of flexibility in terms of the network topologies that are allowed, and it has been developed into a robust system that meets the needs to a wide number of networking requirements. The history: it is first developed by the Xerox Corporation as an experiment in coaxial cable-based system in 1970s. And it uses carrier sense multiple access collision detection protocol to allow multiple users. It was intended for use with LANs that were likely to experience sporadic use with occasionally heavy use. So these are the under this standard supplement is under the 802 standards. So let's have the terminology in Ethernet. Let's have the example 100 base T. So 100 is the first number is typically 1 of 10, 100, or 1000, which indicates the transmission speed in megabits per second. So 100 is in Mbps. The second one is it indicates the transmission type, which is baseband or broadband. And the third one is it indicates segment length. 5 means 500 meters. T means this T means unshielded twisted pair cables. Next is the IEEE 802.5 token ring. It is the standard for a token passing ring in communication network. And the ring consists of a collection of ring interfaces connected by point-to-point lines. That is, ring interface of one station is connected to the ring interface of its left station as well as right station. Token ring background is originally developed by IBM in 1970s. It is the primary local area network LAN technology of IBM and second only to Ethernet 802.3. Token ring generally is used to refer to both the IBM and the 802.5 network. Physical connection. IBM token ring network stations are directly connected to MSAU or the multi-station access unit, which can be wired together to form one large ring. Patch cable connected MSAUs to adjacent MSAUs, while loop cables connected MSAUs to station. The frame format of tokens are 3 bytes in length and consists of a start delimiter, an access control byte, and an end delimiter. Data or command frames vary in size depending on the size of information field. And these data frames carry information for upper layer protocols, while command frames contain control information and have no data for upper layer protocols. Next is the module 8, which is the network layer in the Internet protocol. So let's define network layer again. This is the third layer in the OSI model, which provides data routing path for network communication. The data is transferred in the form of packets via logical paths in an order format controlled by the network layer. Network layer is considered the backbone of the OSI model. It selects and manages the best logical path for data transfer between nodes. This layer contains devices such as router, bridge, firewall, switches, but this actually creates a logical image of the most efficient communication route and implements it with a physical medium. Internetworking. Internetworking is the process of technique of connecting different networks by using intermediary devices such as routers or gateway devices. It ensures data communication among networks owned and operated by different entities using a common command data communication and the internet routing protocol. It is only possible when all the connected network use the same protocol stack or communication methodologies. Devices such as router are the core devices enabling internetworking and are the backbone behind the internet. Internet protocol. This principal set or communication protocol of signal messages formats and rules for exchanging messages between computers across a single network or a series of interconnected networks. These messages are exchanged as datagram, also known as data packets or just packets. And the main purpose and task of IP is the delivery of datagrams from the source host to the destination host based on their addresses. While TCP/IP is a language a computer uses to access the internet, which consists of a suite of protocols designed to establish a network of networks to provide the host with access to the internet. It is responsible for full-fledged data connectivity and transmitting the data end-to-end by providing other functions including addressing, mapping, and management.